What's going on, guys? King Shrats here, back in the video on the channel, and today we actually have one of my favorite restaurants that I've been eating at my entire life. As I've gotten older, I really haven't had a chance to go there that much, but it's a nasty day outside, so I decided to go on DoorDash. This place is older than my parents. It's been here forever. It's known as the Hot Grill. It's located in Clifton, New Jersey. And they're finally on DoorDash. They got with the times, which is insane. So I said, you know what? I'm getting this today. So that is what we have today. What they specialize in is in what New Jersey, this is going to sound weird, we call these Texas wieners. Stop. That's what they're actually called here. What it is, more or less, is a chili dog, usually served with raw onion, which I don't get, and some sort of mustard, which you would refer to getting as called all the way. So we got a couple of those, as well as a couple other things in the menu I used to get all the time. I actually did this place once last year, but I never have driven back out there to get it. They're on DoorDash, bro, so this is what we got today. Drop a thumbs up if you want to see more of this. Of course, this is one of the most popular places in New Jersey. It always has been. My parents ate there. AKA grandparents. Why'd I say it like that? That's not a joke, though. Anyway, let's see what we got here. It's my first time looking. Let it put the ketchup on the inside, just like the old school. Let's see what's on the menu. Get this out of here. White messes up the white balance. And everybody uses white stuff, which I never understood. Where's my bag? There's my bag. Okay, let's see what we got. Start off with, I'm gonna guess this is the onion rings. I got onion rings. I never got their onion rings, except for one time. I got them with cheese on them, which there's literally one slice of cheese on them. That's fine with me. The prices at this place are really, really good, but word to the wise, if you do get on DoorDash, they do what everybody does. They mark their prices up. I don't care. That's fine with me. Just so you know, the place is very affordable in real life on DoorDash. If you're used to the old prices, you won't see the same. We got some fries with cheese and gravy, aka disco fries. Sorry, Canada. Drop the fork. Okay, so this should be the glizzies. I don't want to pop myself with these rubber bands. They've been packing this stuff the same way since I was a kid. Funny enough, my dad used to play softball. Yeah, like men's softball, across the street from where Hot Grill was. There's a bunch of baseball fields. It's a park. Always used to go to Hot Grill afterwards. So, you talk about unlocking core memories? That's what we're doing today. Now, I do something a little different with my hot dogs. That's this one. I'm 100%. No, I'm not. We're going to find out anyway. Man, just take this one out. Okay. Yes, these are the hot dogs. So, instead of all the way like normal people get, I actually get mine with sauerkraut. So I get mine with chili, kraut, and mustard. Looks like they put onions on my dog, though. Is that onions? No, I think that's just sauerkraut. We're good. I'd have been upset. We also have a burger. Now, I got the chili on the side. I usually get the sauce, which is what they call it, on the side, because it'll turn like mad soggy if you don't. But I get cups. I don't want to spill this. One hand of their gravy, which I use for the onion rings, and as well as their sauce or their chili, which I use. These are cool little cups, by the way, with the burgers, because I don't really like when the burger gets soggy. And last, this is something I've actually never had on this menu, but I said, you know what, let's just try it and see what's what, which seems so old school, but I never got this, so I said I was going to try it. It's a roast beef sandwich with their gravy. I just said, you know what, let's try it out. Okay, we made that a little more aesthetic, but we also do have ketchup package, which I do use at times, and for people who are wondering, it's the same drink I drink all the time. It is just a sugar-free gallon of Crystal Light, fresh out of the fridge. I drank half, like, throughout the day, but it's been in the fridge for, like, the last hour or two. But here we go. Let's start off with what they're known for, which, I'm gonna show you this because I find it funny. Hold on, let me make sure. Let me make sure that you ain't got nothing else on here for y'all be taking my info. Here, this is for all you little Fortnite kids that think this is funny, but look. See what that says? It says, world's tastiest Texas wiener. So, it claims to be the world's tastiest Texas wiener. It is one of the most popular Texas wieners in the area. I said Texas wiener a bunch of times, so that a bunch of you could laugh like 3-year-olds. Or the occasional 30-year-old that's also laughing. I mess with y'all, I love y'all anyway. But we have the hot dog, which is my version. Instead of onions, I get sauerkraut. But pretty much the same thing. Onions, no. Sauerkraut, chili, and mustard. Dance. A lot of people in this area. Let me bite this one more time. I'm sorry. Say that these hot dogs don't taste the way they used to. I completely disagree. This place has been around forever, but as far back as I can remember, the recipes taste exactly the same. That's just my opinion. A lot of people don't agree with me. but it tastes exactly the same to me. According to their own menu, a deep fried hot dog. Which gives it a bit of a snap that I feel like, even though I've had stuff like this from, not necessarily places from this area, because there are a few places like this, but from other places, they don't snap like they do in this area. The Texas Wiener, I'm laughing because I know you're laughing anyway, is very much a my area type of thing. When I say my area, I mean Bergen and Passaic County in New Jersey. That's where the Texas Wiener is a thing. And I think these are delicious. They just unlock core memories for me. I feel like I'm back at the park as a little kid watching my dad strike out. He probably didn't really strike out. That's slow pitch softball. It don't count. He's watching. I'm just playing with you. But either way, it's just something that just tastes like here. And yes, I said tastes like here. If you know type of thing. There are a few more places in this area that make similar things to this, deep fried hot dogs, variations, but the Texas Wiener that other people tend to favor. But this one is mine. I don't know if I can change that. Maybe I should try all of them again. Don't know. A lot of them actually are on DoorDash. But for me, still one of my favorites. I'll give it a 9 out of 10. Got some onion rings. Still crispy. With some white American cheese on it. Into the chili. That almost got really on my shirt. Or, oh, that's so good, man. Into the gravy. Oh, that's even better, man. Their gravy, to me, there's nothing at another place that tastes like it. Even the color, if you look, just is different. I'm pretty sure that they had a recipe that was passed down for years. And they ain't gonna tell nobody. So, don't ask me how else you can get it. But I never melted any cheese on this before. Kind of a pro move. But these is what I usually got, which are their fries with cheese and gravy. As a kid, I got them with ketchup. And now, I don't. But they should all stick together like this. That's still, it just hits, man. It's the gravy. The fries alone, if you eat them plain, really not much to talk about. But when you melt that cheese, and you get that gravy on there, sometimes I would get the chili, aka the sauce. That's what they call it there. If you ask for chili, I'll still give it to you. It ain't like they're weird about it. But try with that too. Geffy. To me, this is just one of those if you know things. But if you really want something that, come here. Here, we call our own. What are you doing? Whatever, bro. To me, this is what you want to do. This is one of the most biased picks I will ever make. I just think it's in the gravy is what you should be rating. And their gravy is just different. Fries alone, they're mid. First one to tell you. But the gravy and the sauce is what makes this. The onion rings are good, but you've had them, they're onion rings. It's really about the sauce. These both, for me, completely biased. 9.6 out of 10. Same thing goes with the burger. Again, this is just as old school as it gets. I get mine with mustard. That's what it usually comes with. Mustard, onions, and the chili, which is called All the Way, like I said before. And I just do this. Oh, you... Why would I not do this today? Why would I not do this today? Why would I not do this today? This is gonna bang. I ain't putting it down. I'm telling you, I keep saying the same thing over and over again. I'm not sure if this is everybody's cup of tea. I'm not sure if this is traditional or whatever. It just brings me back to a place, man. Like, the place has been there forever. It's in the same spot. It looks the same. Except I think there's like flat screen TVs in there now. Like, I feel like every stage of my life I'll come back to this place. It's just bringing me back, man. So yeah, excuse me if I'm reflecting. When I was a senior in high school, we had a, I guess I can say this now because it's, you know, way past. Younger people don't do this though. We had a teacher when I was in high school, my senior year. It was also his last year. Like, he was retiring that year. So, for all intents and purposes, my man didn't care. Like, he really didn't. He used to be like, yeah, I ain't gonna listen anyway, do whatever you want. So, towards like the end of the year, probably around this time, so like March, April, we just stopped going to his class. And he didn't care. He still gave us good grades, bro. Like, we would take the test, we open book right on the table, you can just go get the answers. He did not care. We loved it. Cool dude though, we even learned some stuff. Imagine learning at school. But anyway, we had his class like right after lunch. So what me and everybody used to do is, instead of going to lunch, it was like 5 of my boys in the same class. We would just go tell him before, he was like, yo, we're going to Hot Grill, you want something? And he would be like, yo, bring me back like a 2 all the way. We used to just bring him food as payment for not being in class. What a cool man. And it's funny because he didn't really care, we learned more in his class than most people's, because he didn't really care. But we would just have conversations. And he would tell us about stuff. He was like a, not psychology, but like sociology, economics, that kind of stuff. And we would just have conversations about like this current social climate and stuff. And I still remember most of that stuff till today, which is a W. But this burger, I used to get him this burger all the time. That's what I thought about it. You gotta get it with the cheese, gotta get it with the mustard. If you don't like mustard, don't go here. You like raw onions? Get them. I don't like raw onions. Too much. Too strong. Breast be stinging for years. But for me, again, I feel like most people will probably rate this a lot lower than me. I'm gonna keep it a full stack, but for me, shout out to teacher, bro. I don't want to say his name. I still remember it, but shout out to my man. What a cool guy. I get to 9.3 out of 10. Last, this is the first time I've ever had this. I used to have a hot turkey sandwich too. I never got it, but it existed. But this is a roast beef sandwich. You got 2 options, well done or rare. They won't do anything in between. Don't ask for medium, and don't ask for rare or well done. I'm not doing well done, so this is actually rare. You can see it's slightly red. Most people, oh, your meat is raw. That's fine if you like jerky. I'm not here to talk about y'all. I love y'all. Y'all can eat y'all meat how the hell you want it. And here we go. A little bit of gravy on the outside, a little bit of gravy on the inside, a little bit of bite. That's, wait, hold on. Oh, I'm gonna bite this without the gravy. Bro, why is this so good? First of all, this roast beef is like razor blade thin, so it's super tender. They put gravy, I'm sorry, but what the hell? They put gravy in the sandwich. I'm stunned. This damn thing's been on the right side of the menu. I know exactly where it is too. The hot dogs, the hamburgers, the shakes, and then right over here it say roast beef, hot turkey platter. And all I ever saw was old people get these. Always old people. They must have been on to something, because this right here, this kind of bangs. Can I see something? I'm doing that next time. I gotta do that. I gotta do that. They have a burger that they serve with ham on the menu. for like a combo special. You can get burger, American cheese, ham, onion rings, and roast beef might be the play. That roast beef sandwich, I was gonna be like, who the hell would get this? I'm not gonna lie, because sometimes when I go into videos, you get an idea. You're like, I'm not gonna like this. Like, who's gonna like a roast beef sandwich? I'm being honest with y'all. Who's gonna like a roast beef? Me. That's who. Shocking. Dunk. If y'all don't like food like this, bro, that's okay. But stuff like this for me, I'm sorry, mouthful, Diffy. That, man, I'm shocked at smack, I'm sorry. I'm shocked at roast beef. Shocked at roast beef. I would never just get a roast beef sandwich. If I was gonna though, with this gravy, right here. That is shocking. Why is that so good right now? That's fire. I don't know what y'all gonna say. I never give a roast beef a 9.6 out of 10, but I sure just did right now. Core memories unlocked, man. I hope this place stays open forever. A lot of the older restaurants, you know, now. There he is. I almost got through the damn video. It's snowing outside. Toretto, bro, I don't get it. May 10th, your movie comes out. I'm sorry. Tripping, bro. Listen, like I was saying, I hope restaurants like this stay open forever. There's been a lot recently of restaurants that have been closing down for multiple reasons, but two seem to be the biggest one. One, because of the market right now. You know, food costs, and they're losing money and things like that. There are a few places that have closed down here recently that were really old and favorites. So that is not good to me. Places like this, they're that last connection that I feel like I have to the old school people, to the people that were before me, the generations and stuff. They all ate here, and me too. You know, and I don't ever want to lose that as a foodie. Like, I love that. To me, those older places that have been doing it the same, they haven't reinvented the wheel. This place makes burgers, chili, like it's the same stuff. Nothing crazy. They haven't changed the menu in years. The prices are still crazy low, and I don't ever want to lose that. Number two, a lot of these places are family owned, and there's no one that was their children. Usually places like this, pizzerias, whatever, they passed it down from like their father and their father, you know, passed down to their son and so on. And the newer generation, which I don't blame them. I'm not saying this is the kid's fault or anything, but this is just how it goes. As those people start to say, I'm retiring, they want to keep it in their family, or they're going to close it. And their kids now are saying, nah, I want to do something else, which is totally, you know, cool with me. I don't want to do the same stuff as my father. You know what I'm saying? I respect that, but it causes these people to say, you know what, I'm shutting the place down. There are multiple places that have done that recently. Pizzerias, even a sporting goods store that I was near, that have been open for 100 years. And I'm not exaggerating, like 100 years. And they closed. So that's just kind of the way it goes. But hopefully, like, some of these places can continue to operate the same way. Some of these places have sold their recipes to people, and so they can keep the business going. It's just not in the family anymore. But if someone doesn't want someone outside of their family to have the business, I completely understand that. But as a customer and as a foodie, I just want to see places like this be open forever. This is like a taste of the old school to me. It's something that, like I said, might not necessarily be taste-wise the craziest stuff, because a lot of this stuff is like very no frills, but it's effective. It just, I don't know, something about it just brings me someplace, and I hope they stay open forever. I just smashed a lot of food. I don't care. So if you're from my area, Hot Grill, I don't need a menu. Look, it's located in Clifton, New Jersey. It's on Lexington Ave. It's been the same place forever, bro. Like, okay, I can see it, and I can take you right there with my eyes closed. But if you're in this area and you never had a place like this, there are a few other old school places like this that do this type of stuff. Maybe we can do some of them. There are some that are actually on DoorDash, some that are not, some that have moved, some that just closed. But let me know if you want to see places like this, man, because there are a few of them in this area, and people, if you're old enough, like, they be fighting over this kind of stuff. No, my place is the best. We do this with pizzerias, and we do it with the Texas Glizzies. But that's going to be the end of the video, man. I hope you guys enjoyed it. This was kind of a little bit of like a weird like a flashback in time. But with the weather outside, this was like such a great option for me. So I hope you guys enjoyed it, and we'll be back tomorrow. More content, man. I love you. Out of hand signs, they made it to YouTube.